Welcome to Centinela de Cristo.
Blessings, this is Pastor Luis Luciano from Oklahoma. Tuesday, April 1st. Daniel shut up the words. Read Daniel 12:4. What was the Lord telling Daniel here? Contrast this with Revelation 22:10. It is not uncommon to hear preachers use Daniel 12:4 to predict the rise of technological and scientific knowledge just prior to the advent of Christ. Many also use it to describe the advances in rapid travel that have taken place over the past century or so. Many of our own books have taken this approach. Though certainly reasonable interpretations, it might mean something else as well. Read the passage again. The angel's instruction to Daniel begins with an injunction to shut up the words and seal the books. The subject being discussed in the book of Daniel itself. Perhaps then, could that knowledge which would suddenly increase at the end of time be knowledge of the book of Daniel itself? This makes the book of Daniel somewhat different from Revelation, in that John was told not to seal his book. Revelation 22:10. Revelation was meant to be understood from the first because the time was at hand. In contrast, Daniel will be understood more clearly at some point in the distant future. Over the centuries, many fine Christian thinkers attempted to explain the book of Daniel, and some made great headway. Understanding of Daniel increased rapidly. However, after the end of the 1,260-year prophecy, which ended in 1798, when multiple expositors around the globe started coming to the conclusion that something spectacular was going to happen around 1843. The most notable of these, however, was William Miller, whose preaching launched the Great Advent movement of the 19th century and began a chain of events that will give birth to the remnant church and a clear understanding of the three angels' messages. The birth of our global movement, in other words, is a fulfillment of Daniel's prediction that knowledge shall increase at the time of the end. In contrast, and without judging people's salvation, think about the darkness that so much Christendom exists in. Something as basic as 7-day Sabbath, established in Eden, is ignored, even dismissed, in favor of Sunday, a day rooted in Roman paganism. Or think of the other ignorance about death, with the vast majority of Christians believing the pagan idea that the dead immediately go soaring off to another existence, which for some means an eternally burning hell as well. In contrast, we should be so thankful and humbled by the knowledge of the truth.